Well, your Miami Hurricanes went up to Gainesville to the Swamp and come out with a 41-17 victory. Welcome to
It's the Recap Show!
It's the Recap Show.
Is this the best recap show in the history of the OBB?
Forever.
I don't know one better. And it's not, man, I've got nothing planned for this. It's not even the ass kicking to open the season. Those are the worst fans in college football by a mile. I mean, it's not even fucking close.
Not close.
It feels so good.
So
it really does. It feels so good. Fuck you, Ro. I'm the only one who has any idea what's going on around here. Welcome to the recap show. Welcome to the scoop show. Let's go. What do you want to talk about?
45-17 was your prediction.
Not bad. Hey,
I am
score
pissed.
on that
last drive,
fucked it
man.
up. They fucked it up for me. They did. They didn't punch it in. They kicked the field goal. I was so pissed. I was like, bro, that wasn't cool, man. I was so close to nailing it.
Sam Brown was right there. All he had to do was use two hands. So
I know.
If we go by
Boys,
Price is Right rules, you lost to me because I picked 31-17. You went over. You went over the number, so you lost.
Bro, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out. Give me something.
Get the fuck out of here.
he's on it today. He's on it.
I've been on tequila all afternoon. Let's go. What do you want?
Let's just go right to I know what's on the tip of everybody's tongue down here. Hello, Cam Ward. And I just want to say, this was the thing while I was watching this unfold in real time, right? We're going to talk about how calm he was. Toast said in the offseason, give me somebody with experience. Obviously, the Swamp didn't rattle him. He's a rare breed. But then I was thinking, University of Miami, when Mario first got here, what happened last year? Don't want to get into specifics, but they went through a breakup, right? They broke up with somebody. Let's be honest. But if you're going to break up with a chick, then you go get the most badass chick on the market, right? And you put her on your arm and you stroll into school. She is bad. All is forgotten. And I think Cam Ward made all the Miami Hurricane fans realize we've been destitute at the quarterback position, but the way he played on the road, cheers.
And he did that after he threw that pick. He threw the pick, and then he was lights out the rest of the day. And that's what they said. That's what they said.
He was looking good before he threw the pick on the first drive.
Yeah.
He just took a shot. Listen. And we were talking about it in the chat. He's a gunslinger. That wasn't a stupid throw. That was a cocky throw that he's made before. Now, granted, that throw is always going to be 50-50. But he's made that throw before. And he's a gunslinger. And so just prepare yourself. That will happen again.
And you fast forward again.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll trade 3 for 1.
100%. No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's who he is as a quarterback. So don't be like, because they were like, no, listen, dude, that's par for the course with him. Like that's gonna happen. But then you're also gonna get all that other stuff too.
All the other stuff.
All that other stuff.
Did we see all the other stuff?
41 points. We haven't even seen it all yet. Dude, everything is half speed to him.
I'll be honest. I made the comment online. I said, you hear the pundits, never throw late across the middle. I don't buy that anymore. The game has changed. Just watch Patrick Mahomes. He does it all the time. Then fast forward. He does it. It's
the next series.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
We'll touch on that in student of the game, but I'm just telling you, it's okay to throw across the middle. It's just, you just got to live and die with it. Toast is absolutely right. You have some gunslinger mentality. You go ahead and you make that throw. It gets picked. It looks bad. But when you make 7 others, nobody notices it.
And well, the reality is he made a similar throw to Jacoby on the back line. It's a similar thing. He's rolling left. He squares up. He gets that lined up. And
Xavier Restrepo.
Bro, like that.
I had the same throw to Xavier Restrepo.
Why we throw to him all the time? We throw to him all the time. Like,
and I did laugh because apparently the other quarterback, that's all he looks for. Well, I don't know if you know this under, but that Xavier Restrepo
went under 2 to 7.
7 receptions, 7 receptions at 112 yards.
Now, bro, all you need to know about X was the first reception he made.
That's it.
It was only about 7-8 yards, but it was, I don't know how, like
it was 13 yards.
I threw my back out just watching him do that. For
sure. Yeah.
And that is, and Cam obviously knows that, bro, this is my guy. Anytime I go to him, he's just a vacuum. So, bro.
It's a hard.
So,
I have
I'm
a
just
hard
telling you
time
right now,
actually
Jenners,
focusing.
the prediction show, just fucking delete that fucking podcast. Just delete it. It never fucking happened because I swear to fucking God, we're not losing the game in the ACC this year. First time we lose a game is going to be in the playoff. If we lose a game,
No, you can't do that.
I can fucking do that.
No, you
Absolutely.
can't do that. You
I can
don't
do
have
that.
no. You don't have reign
Sure.
over production anymore.
Whatever.
I'm
I got
100% wrong.
passwords.
I picked us to lose in the close
Yeah,
one. So
I know. Whatever. We're not losing.
I
that
am
ACC game.
clearly. I clearly am the best person on this show.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
look at the
we'll watch
fucking
what happens.
headwear, bro. Look at
see
the
how that
headwear.
swaps.
You like
when
that
we
hero?
Play USF.
Hey, I can change whatever I want.
No, 100%.
Look at that hat.
Listen,
Look at that
I'll
hat.
tell you right now. There is only one team in the ACC that can beat this Miami Hurricanes team.
Georgia Tech.
The Miami fucking Hurricanes.
Oh,
Miami
sorry.
Hurricanes.
Like maybe going out to Cal and playing at noon and it's 9 a.m. your time. Maybe like one of those, like that's how they're going to lose a game in my mind. Like talent wise, bro, this isn't even close with everyone else in the conference. I know it's only one game, super overreaction, but bro, like this is the closest thing we've seen to 20 years ago in 20 years.
100%. And what really stood out to me, aside from Cam and his overly calm demeanor at times, this offensive line, not even necessarily in the run game, but that pass pro was disgusting. Like, I mean, he had a clean pocket for 98% of his drops. The first touchdown to Mark Fletcher, the time it takes to develop that play, you need a quality offensive line up front to be able to hold off so that play can develop, so Brown can get to the outside for that kick out and Mark walks in. Like, so much of what I saw today, Cam McCormick, congratulations on that first touchdown, because after the feature they did for you on game day, and then you come out and you're the first dude to catch a touchdown for the Cane season, props. That was fucking awesome. That was awesome. It was so awesome. And who
was the number 2 receiver? A tight end.
Tight end. So
he's
7
to the game
catches
for me.
7 catches for the tight end room. 7 catches for the tight end room. Arroyo with 4. And then I know Lofton had 1. Somebody else had 2.
Lofton had 2.
Lofton had 2. McCormick
Cam
had 1.
had
See,
1.
there you go.
Cam had 1.
7 catches for the tight end room.
Yeah.
My prediction of the running back room never really happened because they didn't need it to. I'll be honest with you. Martinez played a lot less than I anticipated. And Lyle, I'm sorry?
Played more.
Yeah.
Lyle played important fucking snaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So it looked different in a good way too, because it wasn't last year's iteration of the offense. We would know. We watched every single snap. We broke it down. That looked different. And the thing that I really appreciate about the way Miami attacked you, they did it differently. I know I'm using that word in redundancy, but that's what happened. Multiple personnel groupings, coming under center, more motions, a couple more shifts, some RPOs, play action, getting the tight end involved. That was as close to NFL-esque of an air raid guy, and I know that's what his moniker is, but that was as close to NFL-esque as I've seen him. And I just have a hard time trying to figure out opposing ACC coordinators. Like, how are you going to – they do so many different things. You don't know what package they're going to bring into the field. We had 2 running backs at one time with no tight ends. We had 2 tight ends. Then I'm sure when I go back and review, we might have even had 3. We had all wide receivers on. We just went at them with such multiplicity. It was perfect for me. It was absolutely perfect. The communication breakdowns that we thought we were going to have, had 0. Like, it was a walk in the park. And kudos to the coaching staff on that one, because, and you heard Cam Ward in the open, this is the most prepared he's ever been to play a college football game. They were prepared. Toast. You're like, why can't we do that? Why can't we have a game plan like that? We did. We did. We absolutely did.
And tell you what, let's also hats off, because I have certainly, and I think we all have, given this coaching staff and Mario himself a lot of grief over a lot of things he has done over the last couple of years. And one thing I will say that was damn refreshing to see was the end of the first half. I was pretty sure because they were getting the ball to start the second half. Florida had just scored that touchdown with 3 minutes left to make it 17-10. Johnson broke that 70-yard run. And I'm like, you know what? They're going to get a first down here. And then it's Mario. He's just going to run it out. There's no timeouts left. And he got the first down. And then all of a sudden said to Shannon, well, bro, you got 90 seconds. See what the fuck you can do with this guy. And boom, 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 right down the field. You score a touchdown with 30 seconds to go. And all that momentum, that place had gotten loud again. You sucked it right out. Like, we haven't seen a Miami team respond like that on the road. I can't even remember the last time. It was insane.
And then the statement drive.
Yes.
You come out after halftime, after you just did that to end the half,
and
you go down and you score again.
And then a punt.
That's
and
the
again.
fucking statement drive of the season. First game.
Yeah.
First game. That's the statement drive of the year. They just said, I don't give a fuck. We're coming. They embarrassed them. They embarrassed them. I will tell you the most, and I'm going to ask you guys, your most surprising part of this game. I'll tell you mine right now. Without question. Our secondary was fucking lights out.
Yeah.
Played good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know half their names. Total joke. But lights out, dude. Lights out.
They did play very well. When I go back and I think of my keys, get the tight end room involved. Hello, you have tight ends. They did so. Welcome back, tight end you. We missed you. The other one was,
Roy looks good.
Hey, let's go ahead and try to confuse them. And Florida, Mertz, only 91 yards. You had the most accurate passer in the NCAA last year. Held him to about 50%. He's 11 for 20. DJ Lagway, exactly 50%. So you confused them. You got after it. And it's not like we had the sack day that I thought we were going to have in the penetration game. No, our secondary, to what Scoop said, is fine. And we had that one chaos play. We just hit a gap. It was on the secondary on that one. We hit a gap. And then we turned around and we got to shush them. And that was my key. The more you could shush them, the better chance you're going to have to be. So after they have the chaos play, you don't want that to happen, but it's football. They responded. And they responded in a big way. It was perfect. It was perfect. Absolutely perfect for University of Miami. Kudos to you. I thought the statement, and I'm going to leave it with this, I thought the statement was when the announcer said, this Miami team is talented. Like, just the way he said it. He's like, damn, they're loaded. Now, these are people who watch football religiously. They know. And it's been like, is Miami back? Is Miami back? No. This Miami team is loaded. Loaded. And it is.
For me, my biggest surprise, the statement moment. I was shocked there was that many people still left to sing Petty at the start of the fourth quarter. I mean, they literally hang around just for that.
Just for that, because they were down
then
4
they hit
tutties.
the Applebee's, exactly. Then they hit the Applebee's on
Applebee's,
Archer.
they were serving shit in the parking lot.
100%. But I was surprised. I was happy that for Petty, because I love Petty, that that many people hung around to do the tribute. Because Lord knows they could, dude. It was hot. They could have been gone there after that first drive of the third quarter. They could have been gone with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter and not missed a thing, except for Lagway's debut.
I will tell you, I was told. So Novak went with Maddie, his wife, to the game. It's only like 2.5 hours from them, and and I was like, man, that place it's just awful to go to, right? She texts me in a group chat and says, Gainesville really isn't that bad. Honestly, it's pretty quiet. Oh my God, I was laughing my ass off.
I want to give Mario another piece of credit, and I don't know, it hasn't been said yet. 2 penalties, 26 yards for University of Miami. Discipline. And that was the thing for me too, as I was watching this iteration of the University of Miami Hurricanes. Year 3 culture, whatever. Mario has been trying to set it. Come get your kids. All the ones that he wanted to come get their kids have gotten their kids. So now it's his kids. It's his culture. I didn't sense that fly off the handle, Miami, let's bonehead penalty. Here we go again. They had this workman-like mentality.
Very businesslike.
businesslike, but tenacious at the same time. They were like, I'm going to punch you hard in the face, and I'm going to be stoic about it at the same time, which I'm not used to from the University of Miami Hurricanes.
Bro, that was 20 years ago, though. That's what that 2001 team was, and 2000 team in 90. Like, that's what those teams were. Like, yeah.
Over the last 20 years, it's been Jean-Claude Van Damme and Bloodsport. Like, freaking
right?
Just everything is just crazy over the top. This wasn't that. And this wasn't that. This was a Mario culture team. 2 penalties, 26 yards. I thought they handled that challenge on the road well.
Yeah.
The psychological one.
Yeah. Well, I had mentioned, and I still think it rings true, Mario just seems calm.
He does.
And
You're
I
right.
think now you see why. When you know what you know within that building, and you know what you have, you're pretty comfortable. You've seen it before. He's seen that before.
Well, listen, remember I brought up, 4 years ago, we saw him go to Ohio State into the horseshoe, opening up the season, and look like this, like win convincingly. And yeah, so he went into the swamp and just made it Canesville once again in honor of Lamar Thomas.
Canesville. And then circle back to it because it needs some praise, but Cam Ward's 385 passing yards are the most by a Miami QB in their first start ever.
To 10 different receivers.
Yeah.
And that goes back to that multiplicative approach that I don't necessarily, it's a different offense this year. I can't wait to break this down, but it is a different offense this year.
10 receivers and 6 of them had more than one catch. Like it was just a display.
And to talk about it, and I've been saying this, the game has evolved, and gone are the Greg Maddux of the world type Peyton Manning style quarterbacks. No offense to Peyton, he was great. Now you see the Mahomes shortstops, these guys who can throw from so many different angles. And now you know why it's so important, because if you got somebody constantly coming over the top and these guys are jumping up, now you could go underneath their arms. You don't know how many times he saved a potential catastrophic play simply because he was able to adapt his arm. You need a shortstop. And I know what we have in the building, and I want to enjoy this Cam Ward moment. I want to enjoy this. I hope it brings us the same thing that Joe Brady brought LSU. And I'm sad because I'm only going to be able to enjoy this for 1 year. But whatever you do, Miami, you need to replicate this, because that kid's playmaking ability is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Go get shortstops. Keep getting shortstops. Prioritize shortstops. Thank you. Who can steal bases?
Yeah. I mean, what this does for you, what this does for the coaching staff, that in and of itself, that performance from Cam Ward allows this coaching staff from now until the time they get their next dude to put on a tape and say, you can do this. You're this guy. You know how easy it is now for Mario, the guy who couldn't develop quarterbacks, to put on a film and say, yeah, you can do this. I will surround you with this. You'll have this offense. You can do this. His recruiting for quarterbacks just became much easier. Now, obviously, we have Nickel coming in. He's a different kid. He's a different guy than Cam Ward, obviously. He's not, the quarterback with, what'd you say? Ferrari with feet, as you like to say. But it's exciting. It allows for him to show. It allows for him to show the receivers. And this type of performance allows for him to recruit much easier on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to skill position.
Booger McFarland said, I don't think he'll win it, but I think he's going to end up in Heisman discussion at the end of the year. That has to be a hidden agenda. You can't speak on it openly, but the University of Miami needs to make that happen.
That already
that
needs
changes,
to be in place.
That
already
changes
needs to be in place. He also said that
everything.
I believe this is his coming out party for his statement for the Heisman before the game. And they thought he was crazy, Booger, with the finger over here.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's tough to watch, right? When he puts his hand up and his finger goes that way.
Never noticed it. It's
Oh
like
my
Megan
God.
Fox's
That
toes.
was a
What?
lot of O-line.
What? Wait a minute. What?
Like
What'd
Megan
you just
Fox's
say?
toes.
What
Megan
are you
Fox's
talking about?
toes. She has
Really?
bad toes.
Really?
Well, she has what toes?
Terrible toes.
Really?
You're talking about Booger McFarland's hand. I'm talking about Megan Fox's toes.
I'm
We had a
Googling Megan
conversation about
Fox
Megan
toes
Fox.
right now.
Watch this reaction on YouTube. Here we go, Toast.
Oh.
Oh no, this is not good.
I will tell you. We had a conversation about there's a current singer,
Sorry,
Madison Beer, who very similar, dark hair, blue eye, very light blue eyes. And we were talking about, Kenzie was talking about how pretty she is. And I'm like, she's not Megan Fox, dark hair, blue eye. So you know what? I don't even care. She can have no toes.
You see we try to do a serious show, and then all of a sudden we're just
you brought it up.
I'm getting this right back. I'm getting this right back. So you guys are going off on the offense. So first of all, let's talk about the defense. Outside of that one busted play, let's talk about the defensive line. We've been talking about Bain and Messidor. Hey, Tyler Barron, how are you, man? Transferring from Tennessee.
Menace, no?
Just an absolute terror. Now, did Bain? How much did Bain play?
One series.
Yeah, so I'm wondering. They didn't talk about an injury. I'm wondering what's going on with that. So
I believe it's a soft tissue thing. 1 to 2 weeks. That's what don't quote me on that, but that's what I did see.
The other thing is, and Roe has been talking about this a lot during the offseason, but guys, we got a linebacker room, and we got linebackers between. I mean, we knew we had Kiko, but now you've got Wes, who is absolutely developed, and Alderman, and I mean, look, we've got some linebackers now. Like this is looking like those old defenses.
I thought Chase Smith was hurt.
Well, he was not.
Chase Smith not hurt.
No, he played. Yeah,
he played well.
And played very well.
He's one of those really long, super athletic dudes who really flashed today.
And
nice
smart.
to see.
And my favorite play from the linebacker group came from Maui Noah when Mertz kind of went the other way. They were setting up a backdoor screen the other way, and like Maui Noah did not take the bait. He literally ran. I mean, Mertz is looking that way over yonder. And he's like, I know where the screen's going. And he came back across the grain. You snuffed that out in film study. So when you see that kind of instinctual play, you're playing a step ahead. You legitimately take that one play off the board. They got less than 200 yards. I mean, let's look at this again. Team stats. I'm going to come over here. They had 261 yards. Yeah, that was a 71-yard,
190 yards without that run.
Without that run. Now, I hate doing that because it's part of the stats. You gave up the big play. You screwed up. It's part of it. But for fun, less than 200 yards if you take that away. They got 260. In a day of modern era juggernaut football offensively, where offense is king, you still kept them to 261. You're going to win that game 9 times out of 10.
And you also responded to that exact play the only way that you can if you're going to be a winning team.
And Lance Guidry, my dude, when he came over from Marshall, one of his calling cards was he was one of the best coordinators in the country on third down. His third down defense was lights out. Hi, Gators. You want to know why you suck today? Because you were 1 of 9 on third downs today.
And that one came late. The one came late, bro. Yeah, it was. Listen, man, I mean, you win the turnover battle. It had a couple turnovers in the second half, so you get that. I guess the biggest surprise for me that I think probably surprised all of us stat sheet wise when you were going to look at the box score was that when you see us with what was it, 100, almost 150 yards rushing,
140.
Martinez only had less than 70.
But then you go ahead and you look at it overall, the rushing, just how many people touched the rock. Okay, Damian Martinez 15. You had Cam Ward only rushed for 3 now. Mark Fletcher had 7, but 2 touchdowns. So he was efficient.
He's a goal line bruising guy.
Jordan Lyle, we talked about. We didn't see that. And A.J. Allen still got 2 carries for 5 yards. So, 5 guys were credited on the stat sheet in terms of toting a rock. So you're going to have a deep stable of running backs. You're going to have to keep, if you want to have a really successful special season, you got to keep as much tread on Damian Martinez's tires as you can. Because Mark Fletcher, we saw what happened there last year because we were just utilizing his 4 tires. And you saw what happened to him. He had a blowout at the end of the season. So you can't be too cautious. And I'm okay with these guys spreading the rock. It's just one of those positions these days. You can't be upset if you're not blistering the stat sheet week in and week out.
All right. So, I mean, listen, man. I mean, in the last 20 years, can you remember an opening season game where you're coming out feeling this good? Anything
2001,
comparable?
2001, when we went on the road
23 years
to
ago.
Penn State.
Yeah, that's over 20 years ago.
And I remember that game vividly because I was like, oh, this is a hostile
Mhm.
crowd. Apparently Penn State's a good team. And we went up there and we whooped their ass. And we shushed them.
See, we didn't get out of there. You went to the Swamp, who had won. The Gators had won 34 consecutive home openers.
And this is the
Mhm.
bigged loss ever they took on opening.
Yes, biggest. They've
34,
never
so
given
the
up this many
most
points.
points that they've ever given up in a home opener. So I was concerned about the atmosphere. I was concerned about the venue because it's a tough place to play. I mean, Saban's talking about how tough it is, and it's just one of those things that if they get rolling in there, really difficult to handle. There were no false starts. There were no procedure penalties. There were no illegal formations. There were no timeouts because they were doing dumb shit. It was
no after the play jawing shit.
It was a clinic. They went into the Swamp and kicked the shit out of that team. This wasn't like, hey, we're lucky we had a couple bounces our way. They dominated from start to finish. And it was never close.
No.
It was 17-10. It was never
This
close.
game was over with 12 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Correct.
In terms of that communication, I just thought of this. Did it actually put training wheels on for the University of Miami Hurricane coaching staff? Because you know how you're always frantically looking to call in plays and you're going to have that like kind of lag switch between that happens and you having 3 dummies on the sideline doing this and you're frantically. All I got to do now is just talk clearly to my quarterback. We get the play in so much quicker. And then we got time to talk until 15 seconds into that headset before, cuts out. Did that actually help the University of Miami? Was it the training wheels for them too? Because I don't think I've seen a better coached game logistically, timeout-wise, Scoop, you just alluded to it, since Mario's been here.
No, not even close.
No,
No. We haven't been in the same stratosphere as that type of performance from coaching side, logistically, as you said. Not even close. Not nowhere near anything. You can't tell me a single game that was half that good.
Nope.
Logistics from top to bottom were smooth, carefree. I mean, because Cam was carefree. You can't tell me he wasn't. That dude was out there. I mean, just taking as much time as he wanted. There was never anything close to being a delay game. Like it was a clinic. It was
offensive
a clinic.
line was unfazed. They didn't have communication issues.
Nothing.
Listen,
no
man,
issues.
Listen,
I don't know.
That first drive, you're watching the offensive line just push them down the field. Damian Martinez that getting more carries that first drive, getting like 5, 6, 7 yards a chunk, them pushing him forward. So forward momentum is like clearing another 1, 2 yards. And you're watching like, bro, like if this is how this is going to go, midway through the third quarter, this defensive line is done. They're going to be friggin' absolutely gassed. It is 110 degrees out there. That was a high blue sky. Was texting some folks in there, said it's as hot as they've ever been at a Gator game before. It was absolutely steaming.
Yeah.
And it was just, this team is built for that.
Over 160 yards. And it's not like we benefit from a 71-yard run. So it was workman-like yardage there as well. And I just felt like we could have blown them out of the water too on the run game. We just didn't. It was the Cam Ward show. But it is going to be a pick your poison type year for the University of Miami. And again, welcome back tight end you, because I felt, you have some weapons at the tight end position too. Those guys got loose. And it's just more things to prepare for. It was egregious what we did last year. And you could see just the efficacy rise once you get those guys involved. And everybody's starting to get involved. So kudos. My goodness, we could sing it all night. Damn, this is good.
Kane's odds for winning the national championship have dropped from 50-1 to 25-1 after that game.
That's amazing.
Sliced him in half.
Now, you called me crazy because I said if we had an SEC patch on our chest, we would literally be higher ranked. Where do you think this University of Miami team is going to rank?
Right now, if we're SEC, 19.
We're 19.
We're
no, where are we going to be?
Yeah, let's take the SEC patch on. It's not on.
No.
Let's figure it out now.
When the polls come out on Tuesday, where's this Miami team?
Oh, Oh boy. I mean, all right. So first of all, Florida wasn't ranked.
No.
And also wasn't even getting any votes, at least not in the AP. I'm not sure in the coaches.
Mhm.
But yeah, they didn't even get any like add-on votes. So
Line was only 2.5 though.
correct. No, line made this closer than I think the pollsters would have. I'm saying we go from 19. I'm guessing we're slotting in right around the 12 to 13 spot.
I was going to say 12. What do you think, bro?
I mean, Florida State's
17.
going from 10 to like friggin' like 20,
9.
even if they beat BC.
I think we go into the top 10.
I don't think so.
Top
I
10.
think
I don't know
we're
if we
gonna-
jumped that far.
I think we're going to be top 10. I think we're
Well,
going to
so-
go
well,
like
hold on,
10
but-
or 9.
Georgia
who's
looked
doing
great. Ohio State looked
Florida
great.
State's
Jeremiah
gonna-
Smith.
Florida
How many
State's gonna kinda
touchdowns
drop
Jeremiah
down.
Smith have?
He had 2, but he just, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Texas looked great. Alabama's looking great. Ole Miss looks great. So, I mean, you could have Notre Dame could lose. LSU
State-
could lose.
Penn State was okay.
Penn
They
State looked
won.
fine.
They were
looked
fine. They're not going to
They looked
drop.
fine.
Missouri, does
think-
Missouri lose? How did Missouri
I just think the University of
Texas.
Miami is going to be right at 9,
Ohio
10,
State.
as high as 9,
Stats.
get to 10. And if they were in the top 10 after that performance, I'm not balking at it. You know, in the past, I'm like, oh, here's fool's gold. Nope.
That's not an anomaly.
Mm-mm.
That's not an anomaly. You've seen him do that type of stuff in the past, for the past 4 years. But now surrounded by better playmakers and protected by much better guys up front, Cam Ward has the opportunity to be as special as anyone who's ever come through here for a season.
Mhm.
I
So,
heard a quote about him.
so it's not an anomaly. It's not like that. That should be the expectation moving forward.
Somebody who's been around the program a very, very long time said that he is the best quarterback since Ken Dorsey, and he's got more tools.
Absolutely. 100%. Like, dude, like, Scoop said it. You saw him look like this in the spring game. Everything is slow. He's in the Matrix, bro. Everything is slow motion to him. It's insane. And also, everything is also a little slower for Damian Martinez, bro. He will pause.
I know, it's very interesting.
And allow a hole to open up like we haven't seen, I think maybe since Duke. But I
That's
tell you what, like, but
Le'Veon
also
Bellish. That's what that is. That's Le'Veon Bell type stuff.
He
He's the
just
same
doesn't
type of
look
patient
that
runner.
fast. And
Right.
then all of a sudden he's around the edge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but the two of them, their vision, they just know exactly. Cam knew what he was playing chess, bro. He knew he knew the correct move for every situation. He took one wild shot. How are you guys? So Ro from how and Scoop, how tough is this for receivers to get used to when you're dealing with a quarterback that has approximately 74 different arm angles that they can throw from? Like, holy shit. At some point, it's going to go under the leg. You know, it's going to happen like a tennis player.
I think it's not as difficult as you think because it happens typically closer to the line of scrimmage. So you get this adaptation, right? Like a middle infielder, like he's a shortstop, right? And who's your double play partner? Your second baseman. You know, the closer to the bag, the more sidearm it's getting. The closer those screens are, the better chance he's going to go. He's not throwing a sidearm when he's going ahead and making that dot to Xavier Restrepo on that, like, you know, that corner touchdown. That's not what's going to happen. So I don't necessarily think it's that difficult, Toast, but you know, it's a good talking point. It's fun to watch. It is 1,000, and I've been saying it for a long time. You need shortstops. Stop with the over the top throwers. If you don't have a guy who can throw on multiple angles like Cam Ward can, don't bother. Just don't bother.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of DJ. Really does.
He could say it with a straight face, and they try to convince us they got the better of the two.
They just showed him on TV, so it popped into my head. I'm watching the Alabama game, who meanwhile are up 35-0 with 2 minutes to go in the first.
Oh, they're still going to be good.
Yeah.
I legit
90, what is he? 98-4, 96-4. Yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Yeah.
and they're going to continue rolling and they're going to continue to be obnoxious, those douchebags. Anyways,
Better than Florida.
there's a couple episodes that will always stick out for me. Malik, number one, will always for certain reasons. But in terms of things that I've learned over the course of our tenure as OBB, okay? The one listen tape you have to listen to if you're a young athlete ever. You got to go back and listen to OBB when we had Braxton Berrios on. because you will understand what it takes, especially when you have like a diminutive stature, what kind of mentality you have to go ahead and make it to the NFL. It was special. It was like one of those things where I'd like, kids, you got to listen to this. You just got to listen to how driven he is. Fast forward to today. And it wasn't because it was OBB on a podcast, but it was the same kind of phenomenon that I got visually. When I saw Cam Ward perform today, how he performed in a hostile environment, I legitimately told myself in my head, any quarterback who ever wants to play the game, and you're a young kid, put on that film and find out what is the absolute top tier pantheon of complete badass goddery. Because that's what he just did in terms of staying calm, collective, performing. Nothing fazed him. 100,000 fans. He couldn't give a shit. It was a masterclass. If you want to learn what you need to get to, you got to get to that level. Because last year we saw a lot more spooky ghosts. There was no spooky ghosts. They tried. They tried all with their Applebee's fever and pitch, but it couldn't happen. It was a masterclass. I will literally just go watch what he did on the road and how he acted and how calm he was. And you don't tell me that that's not the apex you've ever seen, because that is the most apex calm performance I've ever seen from a quarterback in all my life.
And you won't even have to watch the whole game, because Student of the Game will be coming out here shortly. Ro will put Student of the Game together at some point, maybe over the next couple days.
I don't know how good it will be on these whiskeys, but maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. No, I said next couple days. Take your time. No rush. I do also want to. We touched on X earlier, and he's so special, and his body control, his hands, and the spin move on that dig route, where he put the two dudes in a blender, right, and then got up the sideline. Bro.
Joystick. It was a Madden move.
So much fun. We're all, I mean, it's me and my three girls in the house. Maven goes up. She gets cane shirts for everybody. So everybody's wearing a cane shirt. We're all, and they love X, right? So that, Maven made me take a video so she could send it to, like, they're all just, and they're going nuts. And I'm like, you have any idea how good that is? I mean, you talk about Brax and his determination. I mean, X is that personified. Like he's just a special dude. I'm so happy for him.
Because you wondered, right, Scoop? You wondered. He always had that chemistry with Tyler. He got knocked because they had that chemistry together, right? They were like, oh, that's because those two are roommates, and that's why he favors them. So you didn't know. And then you heard Cam Ward come in here, hey, the best guy is Jacoby George, which that throw, my goodness, to Jacoby George in the back of the end. Stupid. But then who's the top of the stat sheet? It's Xavier Restrepo. Yeah. What kind of chemistry?
7 for $112. I mean,
flawless chemistry. They acted like they had played with each other. I'll stop. All right. We're still the Orange Bowl boys.
Yeah. We're still here to fuck it up.
For a long time, like a long time married couple. That's how well they played with each other. Friends.
Oh my God. I could sit here for another 2 hours.
Yes,
this is just fucking.
This is the recap.
I want to talk about the over-unders because we just organically had that happen. So I want to see how that goes.
I gave X 7.5. I'm so pissed off.
This is the recap show we've been waiting 5 years to do.
Yeah.
6 years, whatever the fuck it is. All right, so what are the over-unders?
You put Cam Ward 2 passing touchdowns. Roman went under. Scoop went under.
There we go.
Damian Martinez 90 yards rushing. Roman went under.
Oh.
Scoop went over and said, write it down, 167 yards.
I also said 45-17, so fuck off.
Yeah, it's 65. Miami rushing yards over 200. You both went over. They had 144. Ruben Bain hurries. Obviously, that's not worth addressing. Messidor hurries. You both went over. No.
Yeah, we missed Tyler Barron, man.
Yeah. Miami plays of over 3.5 yards. You both went over. There were like 7 or 8 20-plus yard plays for Miami.
Nice. Okay. Beautiful.
Give me the bell. Give me the bell.
Sorry.
I
Doesn't
mean,
count.
yeah, you're giving me all the X's. You don't give me the bell.
Sorry. Restrepo catches. You set that line at 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
He had 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am Vegas.
Roe and
Got
Toast
hooked.
both went under. So
Yeah,
they both
I got hooked.
you got hooked.
Yeah. Dang it.
And then the last thing was freshmen of note that would be talked about in this game. Roe said Lofton, Scoop said Johnson, and Toast said JoJo. So if any
Lofton wins that
popped
one.
up.
Lofton wins that one. Yeah.
Lofton wins that one, yeah.
With
He's
Lyle
my
as
breakout
a,
freshman of the
honorable
year, so I'm
mention.
still going with that.
There you go.
Yeah, the touches that we thought Johnson were going to get went to Lytle. So
True. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
St. Thomas, let's go.
Hadn't heard a single thing about that being the case. And
Mhm.
man, he got some legitimate touches in some pressure situations.
We also learned if there was any doubt whether it was going to be Poffenberger or Emery. Poffenberger is number 2. That's who came in for the last.
It was, and
for
he
the
handed
last
off
6-7 minutes of
Chris
the
Johnson.
4th. Yep.
Yep.
It did not attempt to pass,
No,
but you can definitely see the Poffenberger. You can't miss that on the back of a jersey. It takes it the whole thing.
I will tell you something.
they
all the
had to reduce the
letters.
font on that.
Yes.
Just to carry the conversation. I always used to get bothered by the you taunt thing.
Mm.
The Gators just made me fall in love with it. You dumbasses. We were boat racing you, pulling you out of the water, and you guys kept doing the you down taunt. And I'm just like, keep it coming.
Well,
Keep
our
it
players
coming.
started
You're
doing
special.
the mocking
You're so
Gator
special.
chant. Chomp in the,
in the end zone. That was good.
awesome.
Jacoby
Yeah.
and Isaiah.
I was like, hell yes. They've been going.
Yeah. That
you
was
down all day,
and
go.
they did it all while the defensive back was laying in the bushes.
Yes.
If you haven't seen that on Jacoby's touchdown, the safety ends up in the bushes, and they turn around and they taunt him with the Gator Chomp as he's laying in the bushes.
Mhm.
Brilliant,
And
really.
the
is
refs
great.
didn't see
I
him,
need
so they
I need
couldn't
that
call
in
it
a
taunting
GIF.
because he wasn't there.
I need that in a GIF or a GIF or whatever it is. I need that.
No, it became a thing where literally when you do the you down taunt, it was almost like the middle finger. But now it's like when I see it, no matter what's the context, when you do it, it's like, okay, yeah, right back at you. It's fine. We're in town. You can do it all you want. We can do it all you want. Because then if we shut you up, you look like an idiot when you're you down taunting, and we're doing the Gator Chomp to your safety who just went into a bush.
Listen, man, it is. We now know this is going to be a brutally long season for the Florida Gators. That over
They
under
might not
number
win
of
2 games.
4. I mean, they honestly, I have no idea. I mean, well, listen, Mertz is hurt. We'll see if he comes back. If Lagway is going to be
Concussion.
the guy moving forward, obviously that would it'd be even tougher for them with a true freshman quarterback. So this is just going to be a nightmare season. I mean, y'all might just want to go ahead and
Hey, I gotta be honest with you. It couldn't happen to a better fan
Really
base.
couldn't. Yeah. Enjoy it all.
I couldn't be any more excited
Mhm.
about it.
Listen,
So.
if the University of Miami does what it's supposed to do early on in the season, next game is going to be against Florida A&M. Play everybody. Cam Ward, hopefully he's in there for 14 minutes. Ball State, same kind of a thing. I think this is going to be a different type of error. You're not going to worry about that as much as you did in the past. No Middle Tennessee State, Tech, whatever they were, let down. You got on the 21st, South Florida. I still think we're going to win that game. I think he's going to hedge his bet on that one. Virginia Tech lost to
They
Vandy.
look
That's
great. They look
What
great.
do you know?
I
I know what I'm doing.
Virginia Tech lost to Vandy. Vandy, I don't think won a home opener
They did.
in
Yeah.
31 years.
Yeah.
And then it's that tricky one against Cal, but I'm okay with that one because Mario is very familiar who Cal is. It's not like they're not going to show him something he doesn't know. And then you got that Louisville game. So Miami, by the time that Louisville game comes around, which is October 19th, they're going to be favored in all these games by good margins. I don't even think it's going to be close margins. I think they're going to be by good margins. So they just need to hold serve. If they hold serve,
Next week will be off.
Well, you need to hold serve, and we'll talk about it more on this week's episode. But you can't come out of Florida A&M and have a thing where it's 3-0 after 1. You know what I'm saying? You can't have
They
one
can
of
do whatever they
those.
want.
Well, no,
No, they really
you gotta
can't.
look
They
the
can do
part.
whatever
You
they
gotta look
want
the
after
part.
this
You got to
week.
look the part. Yeah, they can, but you still want them to look the part.
oh,
That's fine.
they're
That's
gonna-
fine.
what,
I mean,
against
they're
Florida A&M?
not going to play this. Like you said,
Yes,
Poff Daddy's going to play the 3rd. Emery's going to play the 4th.
Yeah.
It's not going to
You see
be.
some Judd.
It's not. You might see some Judd. It's not going to be a stat padding game by any means.
All right.
And then you got Ball State, which it was very interesting. I thought I don't know. After the first drive, I was a bit concerned with Cam looking downfield and nobody being open. Right? I mean, he held on. He had a ton of time, found no one. And I was like, it's interesting. What are we watching? I was a little bit confused. And then obviously all of that started to open up, right? And the field got much bigger and everybody was open.
I was confused. I was concerned about something else.
What were you?
While you were concerned with that, I was concerned that through the first half, our front four wasn't getting any real pressure. None. It wasn't until the second half that all of a sudden, I don't know if it was a change in the blitzes, started bringing the safety or whatever, but the front four, I thought they'd be getting more natural rush.
I did think that.
Well, they did exactly what we thought they were going to do. Mertz, to his calling card, he doesn't really throw the ball downfield. So they were throwing a lot of things behind the line of scrimmage, trying to use the eye candy, some shifts, some motions, try to get
two players, that one wide receiver and the running back. Those are their guys. That's it.
It kind of played into the University of Miami's hands. I mean, that's why he was like a 70+% passer, you know, because of those type of throws. And then
those were the throws that you said were going to beat us. He was going to dink and dunk us to death row.
Well,
to a 31-30 loss.
I'm okay being wrong.
I know
I can admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong.
I don't really know what you're good at.
Hey, you want to know what I'm good at?
He's good at plenty.
I'm good at creating the conversation, baby. This isn't my first rodeo. I'll tell you right here who wanted to win. I'll tell you right here who I knew was going to win, and then we're on the same team. But you all knew that I picked Florida. So hey, welcome for tuning back in. We love you.
All right, so that's it. That's the first recap show. 1-0.
Did you want to plug that?
Cam says his press conference.
Oh shoot! Yes, I got to go ahead.
Cam says his press conference. The practice was a lot louder than that.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Wow.
I loved what he said after the game. I always wanted to play in the SEC, and now I'm 1-0.
He says the swamp. Hold on. This is good stuff. I've got stuff here. Just the fans, you have to be loud when we're in the hub. So he says, Miami's Cam Ward says to the Florida fans, note to the fans, you have to be loud when we're in the huddle, not just when we break the huddle. He also said the swamp wasn't even close to being as loud as USC or Oregon.
There we go.
Yeah, Autzen Stadium. It's less people, but it's on top of you, and with the acoustics, it blasts you.
Oh shit! Ahmad Moten, swamp in quotes, more like a kiddie pool. Hold on, I'm here to find all this stuff. Give me a second.
While Scoop is finding that stuff, we'll be tweeting out a link. So we have a member of our club, OBB, Zach, who is a blood cancer survivor. And this is Blood Cancer Month. There's going to be a big event happening on November 16th. It is fundraising that's going to be going on. We're going to throw out the link. Caneswear is a part of this. They're going to be giving out some stuff leading up to the FSU game. So if you guys want to go ahead and make a donation and get involved in this, we're going to send out the link. All the information will be there. But this is all for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, Light the Night. And our buddy Zach, who is a cancer survivor, is going to be spearheading this link. So if you want to help out, we would really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, great cause. We love you, buddy.
Light the Night is an amazing event too, where they all get together and walk and ride and all the lights, and it's incredible.
Nice.
They do it here in Georgia too. What an awesome organization.
So Ole Miss is playing Furman. I love college football. Ole Miss is playing Furman, and Jackson Dart is they're at halftime. He's 22 for 27 for 418 and 5 tutties. And they're up 52 to nothing at half.
Yeah.
Lane train.
So is that Cam next week?
Could be. Get him his numbers before he comes out. We need to see him in New York. Get him his numbers.
You need to put that that promotion, however you wanted, the campaign.
There you go.
We just started right now.
The campaign.
And that's a whole thing, right? It's not just him doing it's a campaign. Like you've got to push it and you've got to market it and you've got to, it's a thing.
Campaign, hey, University of Miami.
Anyone who's listening that happens to have some influence down there,
We gotta get
That
people
dude
put,
texted-
like we gotta
that
get people
dude
put, like
texted me
yard
today.
signs out and
That
shit.
dude texted me after the game. Did he text you?
No, I talked to him earlier today.
Yeah, he texted me.
Yeah. No, he's
He
just
just
I
asked,
talked to say.
How are
I
you
talked to
boys
him.
feeling at 6:35 tonight?
Yeah. I talked to him yesterday. He wanted me to tell you that I don't know, that he agreed with you on something, but I don't remember what it was.
Holy shit. Wow. Nice.
He said,
Look at
tell
that.
Toast he was right. I don't know. I had no
Holy
idea. I had no
cow.
idea what it was.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
First time for everything.
I can't remember.
Alabama has 357 yards of offense at the half.
Okay.
42-0. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Cupcakes. We all play cupcakes.
No,
this
I'm
week.
not done. No, we're not
What-
done. I
what do you
can't. I
mean?
can't
Oh my
let this
God.
end. I
Okay.
can't
What are you
let it end.
talking about? What?
What do you want to talk
What do you
about?
want to hit? What?
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
can't let
You
it
got
end.
more.
I can't let it end.
I will tell you
Give me
a
something, Ro.
discussion. So the thing I like about Mario Cristobal, we gotta hit the ground running. We did week 1, but we got to continue this, right?
Mhm.
It's a we talked about it. It's an ROI year. We have to.
Mhm.
Very favorable schedule. Could be the year where we break the ACC curse. You don't want to get ahead of yourself. But the one thing I do like
12-0.
that Florida State doesn't have the luxury. We recruit well too,
Mhm.
and we recruit better than they do.
Mhm.
So if this is a special season for the University of Miami Hurricanes, if that happens, I feel comfortable moving on into the future because the trenches look good and the wide receivers look good and the linebackers look good. And he's going to stack top 5 classes. And then he's going to have this attraction in the portal. This is staying power, right? This is how Georgia did it. This is how Alabama did it. It's not a flash in the pan. You want everything. Everything has to be perfect for 4 years. You need Jordan Travis's 5th year before you're going to have to continue to build it up. So you can have some sustainable success, right? Oh, speaking of Georgia, absolutely tattooed Clemson.
Yeah.
So Clemson and Florida State, the other, banner winners of the ACC, take really bad looking losses. I mean, Florida State, in
Florida
essence,
State's gonna lose
losing
again
to a
on
team.
Monday.
Yeah, losing to a team on the road the way they did it, losing to an unranked team, looked bad. But then Clemson, who wants to regain their superiority, who haven't had it recently, go up and they put 3 points on the board.
Mhm.
That's terrible. That's terrible. So
I
now
gotta be honest with you. That the whole Dabo Swinney thing and his refusal
to go into the portal,
to go into the portal
going to cost them. It is.
just fucking ridiculous. Like if I'm the Clemson AD, I've got to be thinking, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I understand that you want to keep it, you want to keep the unity, and you want to keep these are the kids you recruit, and you want to but that's not how this shit works, and you're gonna get outraced by the teams at the highest level. It's not like Georgia's doing it and Bama's doing it and Oregon's doing it. They all go to the portal, everybody. So it's not like you're the outlier. Like, you have to do this or you're going to get left behind.
He is.
And they are getting
Mhm.
left behind.
That's awesome.
And he hasn't done it ever. It's wild to me. I cannot believe that the administration has not told this guy, stop being an asshole.
But what are you going to say to him? Like, you were dick for my entire life before he took over. Like, it's not like Clemson was a powerhouse,
But
bro.
the game changes. It doesn't
No, I
matter.
know, but it's not like they were winning. He's won more than they've won
Who
in my
cares?
lifetime.
And that's when the levels were even, though.
I got you, but that's going to build
It's
you
not
up
how this
credit with
works.
the-
It's
but
not how
they
this
all
works
love him. The
anymore. That's like
administration, they love him, so no one's going to
That's
say
like
that
saying,
to him.
I refuse to go get an iPhone.
I got you. No, I hear you. That's going to come from the Bull Gators. I mean, for the whatever they are, the big boosters.
That's for you.
Yeah,
know,
once
I
once
made a
they do
face.
that shit. That's
I
what
saw you make a
happens.
face. By the way, USF's got 31 at the half.
Nice.
Who are they playing?
I don't know.
Florida State?
I don't know. Who cares? Yeah,
Probably
what
not
the-
playing Florida, are they?
No, I'm just laughing because Nick Saban didn't win a national championship again once the NIL market came out on top of the table.
Mhm.
And Clemson's having a really hard go when that's come above water and because of the transfer portal. Once the
Yeah.
transfer portal came into play, it's just been absolute lights out for two programs who were at the apex top of their games, but they haven't won a national championship since those kind of institutions became play. Again, ego, gotta let it go.
Bro,
Gotta
bro,
change. Talk to me.
Bro, he's bragging
Bro.
because they're beating Bethune-Cookman.
That's all they have?
31-3 against Bethune.
I'm just telling you, you get 31
All
points and a half.
Oh, are they going to do the same thing when they let Bethune's band, perform at halftime like we do? Like we kick our band out just to let Bethune play.
Oh, yeah,
they
they should.
better.
The
They better.
dancers.
Yeah.
Best dance team on earth.
Yeah.
For real.
All right.
I had something else too. I
Sure
don't
you
remember.
did.
I did. I
I
think
know.
it was relative to Bama, but I don't remember what it
Okay.
was. Oh, how great is Saban on game day?
I didn't
Him
watch
and
a whole lot of him
McAfee are
today.
such a are
So
the odd
good,
couple you
dude.
never thought you needed, but
It
you
is
need.
the best.
You
It is.
never
I
knew
told you he was going to be brilliant on this show. He is just so damn good.
Was
And
Corso
he's
still on it?
And he picked
really
Miami, by
funny.
the way.
He did. He's
Oh,
very
yeah.
funny too.
Well, Corso just came out to do his head pick, and he came out with and it was very,
leprechaun.
the leprechaun, and it was very, very awkward because the leprechaun had to like physically assist him to get to the stage, which I'm okay with. You know, Lee's getting up there in age. He's you know
Up there. He's getting there. He's been there, bro.
Oh, you got to let me
Been
finish.
there for a few years.
He's got like a few days or weeks now before the Grim Reaper is gonna knock on the door. But I almost felt it was like a tragedy I was about to watch, or like call 911 because the leprechaun kept like doing his little dance with his
did.
feet.
He was.
And he was, and then I'm like, Lee was trying to emulate this guy, and I'm like, no, stop doing it. He's gonna,
it's gonna hurt
break
him.
his hip.
Yeah.
He's gonna fall.
God.
We're gonna watch Lee Corso die right here, right now, and Nick Saban's just gonna walk right over him.
Did you see during the South Carolina Old Dominion game, a sideline reporter found what looked to be about a quarter ounce of weed in a Ziploc bag on the sideline?
Was it?
Yeah, showed it on, held it up on in the TV.
Did
Yeah,
you light it up?
no, she did not. She did not.
Oh,
but
she.
I don't know what happened after the game, but yeah, on the
Oregon having
sideline.
a tough time with Idaho, 14-0 at half.
Yeah, at half. Yeah, they're like that's
Go
like a
potatoes.
40
Michigan.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
Michigan. I mean, they really had the audacity to put Michigan at 9, right? Like you guys. It's just dumb sometimes. Like you can understand that last year Michigan was special, won a national championship, just special. They're not half that good this year. You put them at 9, they're up 10-3 at half. Fresno State. Like
We're gonna jump them too.
It's just dumb. You know what? We might be in the top 10 because this is stupid. This is just dumb. 6-6 Notre Dame, Texas A&M. SMU waking up 35 at the half. Who else we got? God, what a great fucking day this was, huh?
fucking phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal.
I mean,
You're a
Steph,
baby.
Steph says to me, I cannot believe it. She's like, I haven't ever seen this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Ever. Think about that.
And
I'll
hey,
help you guys.
also, we got to throw a little love out because FAU should have beaten Michigan State.
Oh, I
Michigan
know.
State, you're going to suck. But you
Yeah.
know what? Maybe Tom Herman's got something going on. We'll see how this season goes. They might do well in that conference this year, but they should have won that game. Like they
Had a chance.
They showed up. They had a shot. Held them to 16 points. And Michigan State's going to be, ooh, boy.
I'm going to help us. I'm going to say, let's
They
get
held
out
them
of here on
scoreless in the
this.
second half.
Let's get out of here on this. But here's this.
Can we do 5 questions?
No.
No. When did you know? When did you know that this game was completely over?
First
the
half of the
Gators.
third quarter.
That's when you knew.
Oh, you mean like, well, when did I
Like you know, like they're like we're so much
we're
better.
going to win this game after the first drive and the defense getting them out. Yeah.
First drive of the game.
I mean, mine was the last drive of the first half. Last drive of the first half. After they broke the 71-yarder and we came down, we drove down the field with 2 minutes left. We took the 2-minute timeout, and then we punched it in. I'm like, they've got no chance. Like we're so much better than they are.
Watching the highlights now.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to go back and watch a condensed version. I need to. I'm so excited.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna go
need that
watch
too.
the post game. I haven't watched post game press conferences in years.
Right?
I can't wait. I can't wait to go hear the coach speak. I can't wait.
Yeah, I need that condensed game to come out too.
So fucking good.
Look.
So good. So good. All right. So we're back what day this week?
Oh,
Normal day?
I gotta do Tuesday.
Okay.
Can we do Tuesday?
Sure, we can do Tuesday. So we'll drop it Wednesday.
Let's do it.
Is it
I think I
okay?
can do
Yeah, I
Tuesday.
can't do
Yeah.
Wednesday. Tuesday?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
all right.
drops Wednesday morning, ladies and bitches and boys, as Toast used to say.
Yeah. And we're going to drop this thing immediately tonight.
Yes. Can
It'll
we?
be up this
Beautiful.
evening. Yeah.
Perfect.
It'll be
Perfect.
up within the
Perfect.
hour.
Perfect.
So
All
when
right.
you're driving home,
Mm-hmm.
get to listen in.
There we go, baby. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday weekend. And yeah, we'll drop Wednesday.
This has been
Fucking
this has been a
FSU is
great
gonna
8
lose
hours.
to BC. Oh, hold on.
Okay,
We're
yeah,
picking that
keep
game.
it going.
We're picking that game. We're picking that game.
Sure. What's the line?
BCU and
It's like 13.5, right? BCU wins
picked it.
outright.
No, we already picked it.
We already
No.
Yeah,
picked it.
it's in the picks.
We did
It's
with
in
the
the picks,
BC game.
Yeah, hang
Yes.
on. I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah,
I
I got
picked BC.
I got BC winning.
Yeah,
Okay.
Boston College at FSU.
Oh, okay.
FSU's laying 17.5. Toast pick
17 and a
BC.
half?
17, sorry.
Yeah.
BC. Toast pick BC. Scoop pick BC. Roman pick BC. Y'all pick BC.
There you go. Okay. All right. Just want to double check. Okay. I tried scoop. Sorry. All right. As always, go fucking Canes!
Bang.
Just.